Primed Cryo mods is one of those mods that, yes, it's on paper is a really good idea. I have a few weapons that still have the D polarity in them because I'll keep it and try and fit some kind of elemental thing, usually adding blast damage to a weapon, because the D is already on there. So this for me will kind of work sometimes, but a lot of people take it off. It was Baro 50th rotation, which is currently still on PC. I will show that in a second as I have to pass him. Now I reckon by the time this actually goes live, judging from the time and all the rest of it, he will probably have 23 hours left. But on PC he is still here, being his 50th rotation, and the main reason I say this mod isn't that bad to begin with is it's 350 ducats. And if you take it to 135% cool damage, it's still an extra 45% cool damage over the normal one's 90%. Taking it all the way to 165, okay if you have the resources to do it, yes. Otherwise, it really doesn't need to go up that high. I mean, I'm kind of glad it does because, well, more damage is still more damage. After a little bit of testing, I had to go for a bow to get the much higher status. It's 45%, because most of them that I'm using, trying to stick solely with the cryo rounds and serration. To be fair, the serration is just trying to get numbers off it more than anything else. But just trying to get cryo rounds itself to kick in is becoming a bit of a pain in the butt. I have thrown speed trigger on this simply for the sake of actually being able to try and rapidly fire this thing, because I am having very little to no luck actually getting the elemental side of this to kick in. Come on, use your head. And again, and again. Oh, I forgot this thing only fires when it's fully drawn. Not seeing any numbers coming off though. That's a bit of a shame. Nope, there is in fact numbers coming off. I will have to go back and actually see how much it is. It's not the damage numbers, because I saw 85s and such. It's the fact that it's only done ice damage once. Remembering, 45% status chance, meaning at least 1 out of 3 rounds should be doing ice damage, but clearly isn't. Oh, and it's time to go. Swapping it over to primed cryo rounds now, so this is an extra 75% ice damage. I do have the number that came off the last one because I went and checked back and actually made sure that the ice damage did in fact have a number to it. It is just a lot lower than I expected it to be. Getting this one to actually work, however, is going to be a whole other problem. This is what I mean, 45% status chance. Not sure if this is because of the passing through or what, but no ice damage yet. None. Slash damage, no ice damage. None. Still none. Yeah, this is why I say this mod, though useful, by itself, not so much. There is a much bigger combination of mods that go into this that actually make it more useful than this. That's 40 seconds, and I still haven't got the ice to actually kick in yet. This is why I was trying any other weapon before I finally came to this one, but nope, there it was. I'll have to go back and see what that number was now. After going back and looking through the footage, the normal cryo rounds mod did 172 damage. So if you add 75% extra damage onto that, it should be doing 301 damage. It's not. The damage that actually comes off it was 215. This is exactly 25% extra damage. This can come down to a lot of different things. The fact that it's by itself, the enemy has... It's a heavy gunner. It was... You've got to go through armor and all kinds of other stuff, and really I'm trying to kind of justify this, but by itself the mod wasn't really that impressive. But once you started to mix it with other mods for things like magnetic or blast, that's when it became more powerful. And despite the fact that I'm actually saying more powerful, I mean more useful. Because in things like the magnetic damage against Corpus, it's actually much more useful and it deals more magnetic damage. And it's just much better using it. Kind of the same with the blast damage. It works. It does more damage, but considering the cost of this mod, yeah, okay, it's expensive, but it's definitely worth it because the main goal of this mod was to throw it into existing builds, and as soon as I started doing that, it actually started to show its own and became a much, much better mod. By itself, didn't do this thing justice.